Hey everyone, I'm Felix. Welcome back to the Roaming Gomes. If you're interested in outdoor related content, check out our other channel, Nomad Outdoors. Today I want to talk to you about 5 unwritten rules in RV parks. Now, there's a lot of rules in RV parks, and obviously you have to follow them. But these are unwritten rules, rules that you should follow if you're going to be a courteous neighbor. So let's get right to it. Number 5, don't leave your site cluttered and junky. I have seen sites with literally a kitchen's worth of appliances just sitting out on their patio and getting rusty, and it's dangerous. I've seen people leaving food and trash just sitting out on their patios or in their sites. It's not courteous. It's an eyesore. Keep your site neat. Some parks will actually enforce that as a rule, but nobody needs to see that. Number 4, don't walk through other people's occupied sites. If you need to go somewhere in the RV park and there's empty sites between you and the place that you need to go, fine, walk right through. But don't walk through that site if there's somebody parked there. When we were in Tifton, Georgia, we were at a KOA, and the KOAs in general are family campgrounds. Outside my RV, there was a rather magnificent spiderweb. Wasn't in my way, wasn't something that we were going to walk into. So I got up one morning, looked at that spiderweb, and it was covered in dew, and the sun was shining through it. And I was like, oh, right, I'm going to get some photos of this. I'm a nature photographer. So I went back inside and I had a cup of coffee, knowing that this was still going to be there and be fine. Finished my coffee, grabbed my camera, and went to head outside. Well, just as I was heading out the door, 3 children from the RV park came dashing through my site. And I mean literally on my patio rug and right through that spiderweb. Big deal? Really, no. I've gotten plenty of pictures of dew covered spiderwebs in the past, but these were not infants. These weren't toddlers. These were children that were like probably in age range from 9 to 12, and they should have known better. And obviously, their parents never taught them better. You just don't go through somebody's occupied site. That's their property while they are there. If you were going to walk across a lawn on a rented house, you wouldn't do that. Don't do that in RV parks either. Number 3, don't tie up the laundry room. Now, in this park, there are probably better than a dozen washers and a dozen dryers. So for them to be completely tied up really isn't going to happen. But in most parks, the most you're going to have is 4 washers, 4 dryers, and they can get tied up when you've got a park that's got 100 sites or more. When I go to put my laundry in here or anywhere, this cycle on the washer is 29 minutes. Once I start it, I set a timer on my phone. 29-minute timer. When that timer goes off, I'm there in the laundry room taking my laundry out of the washer. I put it in the dryer. That's a 55-minute cycle, and I set the timer and follow the same thing. I have seen people leave their clothes in a washer for a full day. Happened in South Carolina to us. Yeah, I ended up taking their laundry out of the washer and putting it on the folding table and putting my laundry in. But that laundry sat there the whole day. The following morning, I went in, it was gone. I only went in because I was curious. I'm not doing laundry every day. But just don't do it. It's discourteous and just not nice. Now, something that is kind of a personal problem here. The dog park, which I spoke about in my video that reviewed this park, and I'll link that up there, is huge. And when we were here in 2020, our little 10-pound Chihuahua, Bucky, was able to use the park. He actually made some other dog friends. But now, every time we go towards the park, there are these very big and sometimes aggressive dogs in the park. And their owners aren't taking them there to just do their business and run around a little and leave. These people are using this as a social event. They're standing there talking to other dog owners who also have very large dogs. And I haven't been able to actually bring Bucky into that park. Now, with Bucky, it's a little bit different. He's absolutely fine staying on the leash and just walking. But I would have liked to have taken him in there and let him walk around, run around a little bit. Don't hog up the dog park with your super large, sometimes aggressive dogs. There are other people who don't have such aggressive dogs, and some of them are large, that would like to use the park also. It's not a gathering place. It's not a social event. Go in there, let your dog take care of his business, let him run around a little bit, and then be out of there. Don't be staying there for hours. And the number one thing in most RV parks, the business side of your RV is going to be facing the entertainment side of your neighbor's RV. In other words, your sewer hose is going to be facing their patio. Don't go out there and empty your black tank while they're out there sitting or relaxing or barbecuing or doing whatever it is they're doing on their patio. It's, again, discourteous. No matter how good the connection is to the sewer, there are going to be smells that come out when you empty your black tank. And if you're doing it properly, you have a hose or an elbow that's clear, and you can actually see what's coming out of your black tank. Nobody needs to see that while they're sitting there on their patio having a little picnic. So, early morning, towards evening, sometime when people aren't going to be out enjoying their entertainment area. That's it. That's all I've got for this week. If anything I've said doesn't jive with you, drop a comment below. Please, if you found this information at all useful, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. You'll be notified whenever I post content. Until next time, safe travels.